Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're looking at the hidden legal DNA of a house.
All right, let's start with a puzzle. You've got two townhouses right here. They look exactly the same, right?
But are they? Nope, not even close. See, a property's true identity isn't about its looks.
So what gives? Well, it all comes down to the legal structure, how you actually own the thing. This is the most important question you can ask before you even think about putting in an offer.
First up, the condominium. You own your unit, right? Plus, you get a slice of everything else. People often call it a cube of air. You basically own the space inside your walls, floors, and ceilings.
So you get your unit, a share of the common stuff like pools, and exclusive rights to others, like your patio.
Okay, now let's switch gears to a planned community, or PUD. It's a completely different ownership model.
And here's the biggest difference. In a condo, you and your neighbors own the common areas. In a PUD, the HOA owns it.
And this brings us right back to our two townhouses. One could be a condo, the other a PUD.
But wait, there's a third type, and this one's a total game changer. It's not even real estate. It's called a co-op. You're not buying the property. You're buying shares of stock in a corporation. So check this out. Condos and PUDs are real property. You get a deed. A co-op, that's personal property.
Okay, so these are neat legal details, but why should you care? What does it actually mean for you?
Well, for starters, it can have a huge impact on your property taxes. It all depends on how the property's used.
For instance, a residential rental gets taxed at one rate, but use it for short-term stays, and that rate could jump. And for real estate pros, getting this wrong, that can mean blown-up deals and a whole lot of legal heat.
So, with all this on the line, how do you find out what's what? You got to check the paper trail.
A perfect example of this is a manufactured home. It actually starts out as personal property, kind of like a car.
So how does it become real estate? Through a legal process called an affidavit of a fixture.
Once that document is recorded, everything changes. It's now taxed and sold just like a traditional house.
So let's go back to those two townhouses. The answer wasn't what you could see on the outside.
It's in what you read. The truth is always buried in the legal documents that define the property.
So what's the big takeaway here? The legal docs are the foundation. You can't just look, you have to read.